I gave my womb for my husband's wealth, and he betrayed me. Fellow woman, hear me and be wise. They say love is sweet, but sometimes it blinds your eyes and ties your hands. I once gave up the most precious gift a woman can have just to see my husband succeed. I thought I was building our future, but instead, I signed away my own. From the moment I said yes to that sacrifice, my life changed forever. They say love should protect you, but mine demanded my womb. They say love should never hurt, but mine left me broken. I traded my destiny for his comfort, and in return, he gave me betrayal. And when the wealth came, so did another woman, and twins that reminded me every day of what I could never have again.
Welcome to Afrifun Tale, where deep African stories speak truth and open your eyes. These are more than just tales. They carry wisdom, warnings, and the voice of our ancestors. Before we start, drop your thoughts in the comments, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell because one story here might touch your soul. Now, relax your mind, open your heart, and listen. This story may change how you see life forever.
When love demands your life, run. I gave my womb for my husband's wealth, and he betrayed me. Fellow woman, hear me and be wise. They say love is sweet, but sometimes it blinds your eyes and ties your hands. I once gave up the most precious gift a woman can have just to see my husband succeed. I thought I was building our future, but instead, I signed away my own. From the moment I said yes to that sacrifice, my life changed forever. They say love should protect you, but mine demanded my womb. They say love should never hurt, but mine left me broken. I traded my destiny for his comfort, and in return, he gave me betrayal. And when the wealth came, so did another woman, and twins that reminded me every day of what I could never have again. I lost my home, I lost my pride, I lost everything except my child. Years later, when I had rebuilt my life from nothing, he came back, older, weaker, alone, begging for my forgiveness. But here's the question. When love has destroyed you once, should you ever open the door again?
My name is Kusari. I was born and brought up in a small dusty town called Isakuri. Life for me was never a bed of roses. I couldn't even finish my secondary school because money was a stranger to our family. My father was struck by stroke, bedridden. Everything, feeding, clothing, school fees, rested on my mother's fragile shoulders. We sold roasted groundnuts, moving from street to street, sun beating us, rain drenching us, all just to have something to eat at night. In the middle of that hard life, there was a man called Sanju in our neighborhood. He was a bricklayer, also struggling. The country was hard, the economy was biting. No one was building houses, no contracts to work on. He too was barely surviving. For long, Sanju had been sending me signs, small greetings, quick smiles, but I always turned him down. One day, after much persistence and promises, I won't break your heart, Kusari, I decided to give him a chance. I introduced him to my family, especially my mother. Evenings became our time. After the day's hustle, We would sit under the old baobab tree in front of our mud house. The cool evening breeze would wash over us as we talked, not just about love, but about how to escape poverty.
Each time Sanju complained about no jobs, I would tell him, be hardworking, keep trusting God, things will change. We stood by each other through thick and thin. Our love grew. One day, I told him age was no longer on my side. My mother, seeing the situation, told me, my daughter, don't despise little beginnings. In marriage, understanding, unity, and love are the foundation. Start small and God will see you through. I passed the same advice to Sanju. He smiled and said, okay, I'm ready. I can't afford to lose you. Let's do the needful. The marriage rites were done and I became Mrs. Sanju. Life after the wedding was hard, but we managed. My peanut business and his bricklaying kept us afloat. Soon, I became pregnant and joy filled our little home. But there was one thing about Sanju. He always desired luxury, always complaining about wanting more. I kept telling him to be patient. 9 months later, I gave birth to a healthy child. We were happy, or so I thought.
Then, one night, Sanju woke me up in the middle of the night. He was crying. Kusari, he said, the solution to our problems is in your hands. Confused, I asked what he meant. He told me a certain Baba had promised him riches, but only if I agreed to sacrifice my womb. At first, I said no. How could a man who claimed to love me ask me for such a thing? But he kept begging, day after day, saying it was the only way, swearing he would never marry another wife. After many sleepless nights, I agreed, on the condition we would remain together, raise our one child, and maybe adopt more. We went to Baba, and that was how I lost my womb for Sanju's dream of wealth. Months later, the money came like a flood. We moved to a big city, away from the eyes of those who knew us. Life was luxurious, but not for long. 1 year into our wealth, Sanju impregnated another woman, Sobo. He brought her home and introduced her as his second wife.
The same man who swore never to hurt me. Sobo gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl. From that moment, my life in that house became bitter. They called me names, insulted me, treated me like a stranger in my own home. I could not take it anymore. I left to an unknown place, started life afresh, dedicated myself to God, raised my daughter, Firiju, until she graduated as an accountant. All these years, Sanju never cared about us. Then one day, as I stood on my balcony in the cool of the evening, I saw a figure walking towards me. It was Sanju, older, worn out, broken. He fell to the ground, begging, Kusari, forgive me. Since you left, everything has been going down. Baba told me until you forgive me, my life will never change. He confessed how greed, impatience, and selfishness destroyed him. His favorite wife had left, abandoning the twins. Now he was alone. I looked at him. All the anger I had carried for years came alive. I wanted to scream, slap him, choke him. But instead, I said, I forgive you, but I will never live under the same roof with you again. You disgust me. He sat on the floor, crying like a child. This is what greed has done to me, he said. I had it all, a loving, caring wife, but I destroyed it with my own hands. So tell me, my people, did I overreact? Is it wrong to forgive but refuse to return? Sometimes it is not hatred that keeps you away. It is wisdom. And to every woman listening to my voice, love is good, but love without wisdom will lead you to your grave. When love begins to demand for your life, your health, your womb, that is no longer love. That is destruction. Learn from my story. Don't sell yourself cheap.
Don't let emotions blind you. Marriage is not about wealth. It's about peace, respect, and understanding. And above all, never let anyone make you trade your destiny for their comfort. If you have made mistakes in love, it's not the end. Forgive yourself. Pick up the pieces and rebuild stronger and wiser.
If this story touched you, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and tell someone who needs to hear it. Here at Afrifun Tale, we share stories that teach, warn, and bless. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss when another powerful story drops. Till next time, stay sharp, stay wise, and remember, every story is a seed to grow your life.